Right from the start, you've heard me emphasize the importance of journaling. And I encourage you to begin the journal with a clean page and a statement of what it was that you were hoping to gain from the journey. I've discovered that it's super important to revisit that page from time to time. You may discover that you've gotten off track, or you may find that your goal has changed from when you started. But every once in a while, I like to pause in the journey, remind myself of why I started, what my initial purpose was, and to collect the lessons that I've learned along the way. So here's my recap. First of all, the purpose. When I started, my purpose was to learn how to hear God's voice when His will for a certain situation was not clear. What to do when faced with several options, all of them good, none of which violate God's will, and each of which could actually be said to have advanced His will. How do I know what God wants me to do? The exercise, and we talked about this several weeks ago, was to listen for and immediately obey anything you feel that God might be telling you to do. And so when I do my recap, I remind myself of that exercise and I check my journal and see whether or not I've actually been doing that. Some of the key truths and lessons that I've learned along the journey is that it's relationship. It's not a skill, but it's a way of living. And so I wrote in my journal, everything you do and allow is for the purpose of deepening relationship. Another lesson I learned, God, you speak. You are always speaking. God speaks regardless of my circumstances, my loves, my hatreds, my attitudes. The issue is not God's desire to speak, but my sincere willingness to listen. Truth is, if we cannot see a benefit, some perk related to our current circumstance, we do not value God's voice enough to pay attention. Ouch. Jesus said of those who follow Him, they hear, they know, they obey. I didn't make that up. It's not even a promise. It's a declaration, a statement of truth. We'll get to that lesson. God will use anyone who is willing to listen and obey. What does your summary look like so far? What are some of the lessons that you have learned or that have been highlighted for you so far in the journey? Again, I'd encourage you to take a page and write them down.